stand up for nothing.
Right.
You know, I can't say that.
Hey, you do.
No,
You
my
know.
whole thing is that like this. We have to stand for something else,
Right.
or else the people will fall for anything.
Right, right,
That's just a
right.
cliche, but it's an absolute
Right,
truth.
right.
The music that we listen to, when I was a teacher, and I'm not dissing Nelly or nothing like that. I
Right,
got
right.
a love for him. We
Right.
did a tour back in the day.
Right.
I got much respect for Nelly.
Right.
But also when I was teaching, I had a kid in there. She was a little girl. She was about 4 years old. And she was looking at me all sexual, like, it's getting hot in here. I want to take up. And it just made my skin crawl.
Wow.
I wish there was a way that certain people can only hear certain things at a certain age.
Right.
Because
Right.
what we are doing is we are crippling ourselves as a nation.
Right.
And, you know, I'm not saying that everybody says, I got my own lane, this is what I do. And I understand that. Without proper parenting, everybody will be misled.
Yep.
Therefore, you have to have your dead presence along
Right,
with your
right,
cash monies
right.
because they represent
Right.
how different people
Right,
feel.
right,
You know what I mean?
right,
So all
right.
of it can't be dead prez.
Right.
All of it can't
Right,
be cash money.
right.
The only problem is radio and media is only playing cash money.
Right.
And I got to go find dead prez on the
Right.
internet. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
Thank God I got to go find Kanye and Common somewhere. Now them people
Right,
were saying
right,
something a
right,
little bit. They
right.
more so moving to the,
Right.
the forefront. Mickey, man, you know,
Right,
wait till his album
right,
comes out. You
right,
see some real,
right.
some street music that's really street with, you know,
Right,
Nat Turner type
right,
street
right,
rhythm. You know
right.
what I mean? But it's
intelligent
It's right
street
now
music.
for the people in the streets
Right,
as well.
right.
That's the kind of that's my gospel music. You know,
Right.
even though I love Yolanda Adams, Kurt Franklin, Fred Hammond,
Right.
Donnie McClurkin, I go to the concerts. I can sit there and I
Right.
praise God with them all the time. Mickey's my street music. You know what I
Right.
mean? That's my gospel.
Right,
That's
right,
our new form of
right.
gospel. And you know,
Right.
it is what it is. It's just is what it is.
Right.
As far as changing it, what I've done is I started a nonprofit organization, Rico School of Vision. Right away workshops. Teach kids how to write. My School of Vision is going to change the world as far as entertainment goes.
No doubt.
It's like a school at Juilliard. I ain't got no money for it yet, but it's a vision. And, you know, 6 years ago, I wrote down that I was about to be doing what I'm doing today, and I've crossed out just about everything that I'm doing.
That's what's
so
up.
my vision is for us to go deal with the kids, for me to be on a platform, you know, especially when people listen to me, have some accolades with the things I am doing right now, and then change the, you know, start letting them know that we can change the world of entertainment. You can change the world and the view through
Right,
entertainment.
right.
So everything is vision, even though if it's music, it's still a vision because those words paint a picture to me.
Right.
And I become what that picture is.
Right.
You know, according to your faith be it unto you. That's what the Bible says. Really, according to what you believe, that's what you're going to be.
Right.
You know, so that's what I want to change how we perceive things through media.
No doubt.
And I want to teach kids at an early age that you're able to do that. You don't have to go up and say, my next movie going to be Pimps Up, Hoes Down, because that's what sells.
Right.
You know,
Right. Right.
I had the honor of, talking to some people about the Larry Hoover story.
Word.
And one thing that I came out of that was that the networks, I mean the studios, want to portray Larry Hoover in a very bad manner, and they
Right.
feel like that's what we want to really do.
Right.
That's what's going to really sell.
Right.
The people who run the Larry Hoover stuff, they say, that's cool, but you need to change the minds of the people and let them know
Right.
that he's an evolving human being.
Right, right.
And he has changed, and this is what he's really on. This is what he really would
Right.
want. He wants the growth and development instead of the
Right,
gangster disciple.
right.
But we miss that.
Right.
And media only wants to betray the gangster disciple
Right,
without showing the
right,
growth and
right,
development.
right.
And guess what? We're lost.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I mean? But if you show the progression, that shows hope. Man, I'm on this right now, but you know what? I'm really on this because of this. So maybe they change, and maybe it's time for me to do some change. And I think that those things are very, very important in this world. Very, very important.
Right.
You know what I mean? So hopefully they do that story real good.
Well, it's really interesting, to be completely candid.
By all means.
A lot of times, really, it's the artists, you know. It's really interesting when you develop some of the music videos
Right.
for some of these cats because, like, you hang around them a little bit, talk to them a little bit, you find out that they have a really, really rich tapestry and imagination, you know, within their music and everything that they're trying to do.
Right.
And, you know, when you sit down with some folks and say, hey, listen, why don't we, like, you know, share a little bit more of you folks' you know, identity
Right.
as we're making this project, you know, in the creation of the project and
Right.
everything. Usually either them or someone else will kind of like, shut that down and say, no, that's not really gone. No, folks got to see either this and that and the other, and all that kind of thing. So a lot of times it's a struggle to like get people to really express what's unique about themselves. And then, you sit down and you say, well, okay, well, who are your favorite artists? Well, Buster, Missy. It's like, okay, well, what's special about them? What made you like them? Well, they videos, because they were so different. And it's like, okay, well, there you go.
Right.
They express their personalities.
Right.
So trying to get
Right.
artists to visually express their personalities, everyone seems to be afraid that they express, who it is that they are
Right.
in a slightly, unconventional way.
Right.
That they won't be noticed,
Right.
And I know for a while there was quite a slew of videos that I was directing for different people, and it was so interesting because, everyone was pretty much trying to convey the same feeling as a lot of other artists who were out there. But when everybody, wanted that special feeling, they would go to those other artists who had already made it.
Right.
So they were like,
Right. Right.
they ended up at the bottom of the pile.
Right. Right. Yeah, you need to do something to distinguish yourself from the market.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it comes with the territory, just wanting to have a voice, period. But I don't really focus on that.
Word.
I don't really focus on what isn't or hurdles. I've honestly, throughout my entire path, I mean, I'm 27, I just made 27, and, thank you very much, thank you very much. And, life has just been beautiful.
Right.
I've been able to do this for about 10 years, and what sticks out in my head is not the challenges.
Right.
What sticks out is the fact that there's been so many open doors and open hearts. And I really do feel that people really are waiting for enlightenment and peace and prosperity, and also the opportunity to create. Because I believe that every single person is an artist, every single person is a writer, every single person has a story. And I think it's about connecting with that in someone, and then you get a lot of support.
How do you manage to keep such a positive, optimistic attitude? I know there have been some days. And
I walk. I walk
Literally
every
walk.
morning.
Oh, most def,
yeah,
most def.
I do the lakefront every morning.
Oh, that's dope.
Because I'm human,
Right.
and stuff gets me.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right,
saying? I
right,
have my
right.
days where it's foggy and gray.
Right.
But, I really take it as a moment. It's all about transcending to the next moment.
Certainly.
And I try to focus on, the next best thing.
Most definitely, most definitely.
But I walk.
Right.
And I recommend it. I recommend it, just
Definitely.
for to have that meditative time. And I think, us as a people, just young people,
Right.
we do not encourage each other enough to spend time within ourselves and alone. And I think it's wonderful to be popular, and I think it's wonderful to have great friends and have a life. But if you don't know yourself, then all of it is meaningless.
Right.
So just to have those moments where you can reflect with the real voice,
Definitely,
I
definitely.
think is crucial.
Do you think that, a lot of times, especially with, music videos in particular, it's, more than anything, a lot of times, you want to entertain. But do you think that it's important to, try and convey some type of social message beyond the entertainment form? And if so, why do you think that?
Well, no matter what image you show to anyone, they're going to think something about it.
Definitely.
So all art, whether it wants to be or not, whether it's saying something or not, is political in nature or evoking some sort of, is commenting on something in some
Right,
sort of way.
right.
If it's completely ignoring it,
Right.
or if you're making a direct statement. So yes, definitely.
Certainly.
Yeah, I wish that more of them were actually, especially more black videos. I really wish that more was being said visually and things along those lines, because it seems that for the most part, a lot of our videos nowadays, really it's like one video.
Yeah.
It's brothers jumping up and down in some form or fashion
Right.
with sisters in front of some cars.
Yes.
And that's pretty much, the whole thing. And everybody does it in interesting ways, and of course now it's like, well, these girls are famous for jumping in front of the video and you got to pay these folks.
Right.
And, if you look at videos done by other artists in other genres, I mean, their scope of storytelling, is really, really wide and rich and things like this. And even with a lot of artists who are, telling stories, black artists who are telling stories
Right.
with their songs, sometimes that's not conveyed as richly,
Certainly.
visually,
Certainly.
in a lot of music videos today.
You speak to an important point, man, in terms of like